And here he is after the game.
A good win. It's tough to win on the road, and obviously we didn't play our best, so we got to get back to work. We got a good little break here, use it, and then get back to work, see if we can get better.
That's Straight Talk, brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. So here's the question. Bucs are 5-1. Do you feel they're a real 5-1 team, Key?
Absolutely. They're 5-1. They are 5-1, got a bunch of injuries. Those guys will be coming back at some point in time as they trickle in. Philadelphia is a tough place to play. I think you look at Philadelphia and the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, and you just automatically assume they're not a very good football team. They're a good football team. They're a young football team. They're a young football team starting with the head coach. And again, Philadelphia is a tough place to play. And so the Eagles took them all the way down to the wire. Okay, so here's what I would say. You didn't say that last week. You didn't ask me that question last week. Or the Bucs a legit 4-1 team when they just shellacked Miami that had a pretty good defense. And so now they play the Eagles, and are they legit? Are they real? Yeah, they absolutely are.
Jay, I agree with that. And here's my take from that. When they play a bad team, they beat the brakes off that team. Mm-hmm. Then they also are capable of beating good teams. So what? You lose to the Rams. A lot of teams going to lose to the Rams this year.
All right, so you beat the Cowboys, lose to the Rams. You win the game against the Patriots, the game after the Rams, a homecoming for Tom Brady. Look, does this defense have questions in the secondary? Richard Sherman going out again last night? Of course. But up front, they apply pressure. I think the Bucs are going to be fine. When they get healthy, they'll be even better. My issue, though, is with Nick Sirianni. As a rookie head coach, I sat there in the first half last night, and I said, what the hell are you doing? You are dropping back and throwing the ball a ton with Jalen Hurts. And we've talked about this multiple times on this show. Miles Sanders in the first half had 1 carry and 1 target.
Why do they
I don't understand it. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense, man.
He's their best player on offense. They don't use him.
And I just want to see Nick Sirianni have some growth as a head coach, because in the second half, when he got the ball, the offense was a lot more fluid, Key. Very similar to the way it looked versus the Panthers, very similar to the way it looked versus the Falcons. And when they become a one-dimensional team, it seems like, man, everybody knows what the hell you're going to do offensively when you just drop back and you're having Jalen Hurts just trying to make something out of nothing.
Well, because Jalen Hurts is their best player. He's their best player. And on top of that, the interception, for instance, that wasn't on Jalen Hurts. That's on the receiver. The receiver misjudged the football and jumped when he should have just ran underneath the football. So that wasn't on Jalen Hurts at all. And people don't really understand that sometimes. If the receiver just keeps running, he either catches it or not catch it, but he allowed Dean to chase him down and run in front of him. That's just a lack of youth and continuity together. And when they go back and look at the film this morning, they will point that out to him if they're any good at coaching.
And on top of that, Max, don't get me started on these damn taunting calls. I cannot stand it. It happened in the fourth quarter with about 5 minutes left to go. First down, Leonard Fournette. There's a taunting call on the Eagles, 15-yard penalty. I can't stand these things.
Yeah, that's Sirianni. A couple weeks ago, as I mentioned it
Get
yesterday.
off my line.
Yes, I'm that old man, Key.
A couple weeks ago, 0 plays with motion at the snap for the Eagles. It was a couple games ago. And you bring up Miles Sanders, and Key talks about Jalen Hurts, but is Sirianni putting Jalen Hurts in the best position to succeed at this point in the season is the question. We are asking at Key, J, and Max on Twitter, which NFL team needs a win the most in Week 6? Be a part of KJM Nation on the Dr. Pepper Twitter feed or call in line 888-SAY-ESPN 729-3776. ESPN Nation presented by Dr. Pepper. College football is back. So are the fans. Return to glory with Fansville by Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. All right, so the Bucs are 5-1 after last night, but there's still only one unbeaten team left, and they have a huge road test this weekend. So why is everybody talking about their opponent? That's next. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, ESPN Radio, Sirius XM Channel 80.
I think it's a real concern for the Cleveland Browns. He's got to do a better job down the stretch at closing out games. Cliff Kingsbury decided in the offseason, we need to run the ball better.
All right, so Brady kept things short and sweet in Thursday's win. He was 29 for 30 when throwing the ball 10 yards or fewer downfield, 5 of 12 when going more than 10 yards downfield. 25 of his attempts came with less than 2.5 seconds to throw, and he completed 24 of those. We need some more swag on this show. We got just the man for it. Marcus Spears joining us now on SportsCenter. So no Rob Gronkowski for Tom Brady, Marcus. What'd you think about how the Eagles dealt with him defensively?
They didn't, Stan, and I couldn't understand what the hell the DBs were doing, man, especially in certain situations. There was so many free access throws in this game, and I couldn't understand if it was based in fear or just defensive scheme. There were a couple plays. This is a 3rd and 2 for Tom Brady. This is pitch and catch. This is what you do on air. It's 3rd and 2, Godwin runs a simple out route. Look at the distance between this cornerback. Play the sticks at minimum. I'm a defensive lineman and I understand that. Here, you got the DB off. Obviously, you want to play zone, but ultimately, man, come up and make a tackle. You see the first down. They're already in the red zone. I was so confused about the space that they were giving these wide receivers and allowing them free access. And Tom, obviously, all his career has taken advantage of that. But when you see Tom Brady standing in the pocket, getting his throws off before 2.3 seconds, and dudes have a chance to catch and turn and run up the field, that is soft defense, soft coverage, and you will never beat Tom Brady playing soft like that.
And he continues to develop that chemistry with Antonio Brown. 13 targets for Brown, far and away more than anybody else, even with Godwin and Evans there. Now, let's flip it to the Eagles. What are they doing offensively with Jalen Hurts that makes sense to you?
Not a damn thing, Stan. Not a damn thing. Listen, man, I was sitting in there and I realized, Miles Sanders got 1 carry in the first half. And they got to it late in the second half, and I could not understand for the life of me, why would you have a dual threat quarterback like Jalen Hurts trying to stand in the pocket, not utilizing zone reads, not utilizing RPOs, where him and Miles Sanders can play off of each other, and then open things up window-wise down the field. As opposed to that, it was shots. It was trying to go deep on the sideline. It was trying to do all of these things. And then when in the second half came and they started getting to it, you were like, oh, okay, y'all still can. Here, an interception to Jamel Dean. You're trying to take the top off the field. And the only thing that I could relate to is Sirianni came into this game saying, listen, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers secondary is not at full strength. We're going to try to take advantage of some guys. But ultimately, at some point, you realize that ain't working. And you need to try to figure out how to get one of your better players the ball in his hands, and that's Miles Sanders. Second half, and that's what was so frustrating about watching this game. We saw the run game start to take hold. We saw Jalen Hurts start to run zone read, RPO, and some of those option situations where he could either keep or give the ball off, and the offense start moving. Sometimes when I'm looking, Stan, I'm asking myself, these are pro football coaches watching the game, and they continue to do the same thing that's not working. The frustration set in. I got mad because ultimately, when you look at Philly, if they don't let Jalen Hurts thrive in what Jalen Hurts can thrive in, they are going to not only cost him an opportunity to be a franchise quarterback, they're going to cost their team winning games. And it happened tonight.
2-4 on the season for Philly so far, still trying to figure out an offensive identity with Hurts back there. Marcus, good having you on the show, my man. Get you some sleep.
Thank you, my man. Y'all hold it down on that West Coast out there. I'm going to come out there and give me some yoga and some avocado ice cream when I see you next time, Stan.